Players really latched onto Isolation, and that became so essential to Subnautica. Now with Subnautica 2, with a fresh start, new engine, we thought to ourselves, like, okay, this is the moment where we can still make a game that can deliver on Isolation for people that want that, but we can also have multiplayer.
One of the most requested features of Subnautica is multiplayer.
When you want to build a truly immersive, good multiplayer experience for the players, is to build it from the ground up. Our very first internal demos that we did after a few weeks of development were multiplayer, and every single feature that we made since then has been multiplayer capable.
The important distinction there is that any part of the game isn't going to require cooperative play. But if I want to come along and bring a friend, they can totally participate with me in every moment along the way. We never wanted to encroach on someone's game that just is like, I want to play solo. We never wanted to have the moment where you had to pull the switches in tandem. That's never the way we want it to be. Optional co-op start to finish.
Subnautica 2 is completely playable on portable gaming machines and handheld devices. We have a large team that's dedicated to optimizing performance, and we're taking it extremely seriously. Our development philosophy has always been that the game should be playable anywhere with anybody. I'm playing it every night on my Steam Deck before I go to bed, and it's a great experience. It's just a fantastic device to be able to play these games.
Multiplayer game does bring a new set of challenges in terms of technical animation. There is more emphasis on both the first-person look of the game and the third-person.
We have omnidirectional movement with pretty free camera. If you're looking up and going backwards, the feet are in your view, but if all of a sudden you want to go forward and downwards, that body has to get out the way.
For our tools, we use a control rig that encompasses both third-person and first-person perspectives.
Say we're swimming, so the hands can be this shallow of a motion, whereas in third person, you want to get that full range of motion. It's more work, but it also informs more.
The most fun thing I worked on for co-op was the dive elevator.
The dive elevator just adds a lot to co-op in general. I realized that it would be really cool to be able to both go with friends on it, but also to be able to attach stuff to it. So as we started developing the prototype, we realized that that would make it even more meaningful, be able to load it up and then shoot it down to depths and then come back up with all the stuff you collected down there.
We decided to go for a system where it would be easy as possible for people to join each other in their games.
You can either convert a single-player game to multiplayer and continue from your single-player game, or you can start a new multiplayer game. You can invite your friends via your normal platform friends list, or we have our own friends list where you can invite your cross-platform friends.
It's really simple to jump into games with your friends. It's really simple to continue games with your friends or let them continue the game and for you to pick it up later.
I think we managed to create a very seamless and easy experience that I hope the players are going to enjoy.
Co-op is a really fun new thing that we can explore.
I just enjoy seeing how different types of gameplay it opens up for.
You can team up and split off and gather resources like, oh, I found this, help me gather, I don't have enough inventory, help me over here.
I love messing with my friends, giving out responsibilities. I don't like to scan things, so I'm very happy that someone else will scan all the stuff for me in Subnautica 2. I think it's just really fun to find ways to break out work and just explore, and also to be scared together.
Play one run completely solo and isolated and say, that was great. Now I can't wait to do it again with my friends. And that just seemed like a really logical fit for Subnautica 2.
imagine what wonders await.
I will fix it.
Please, avoid contact with anybody that may appear abnormal. Your safety in this new world is our absolute priority.
It was like another life. Everything made sense to you.
Oh, you're back already? Wait, so you flew in on that?
Now, every voice a tight beam.
Protegen will easily turn this into a massacre if they want. We need him alive!
Locked on to you, like a torpedo.
Do not interfere.
The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong.
belongs to Belters. I didn't become a mercenary to run away from my enemies.
Fear festering into hatred. Typical.
Surely a little gun doesn't scare you.
A Trojan horse. Protegen let its own enemies in.
An enemy of my enemy is my friend?
We have to find our own answer.
成招，就凭你们这些手！
写，忠诚兵马司副使，窝藏要犯，勾连逆党，将名册藏在书房的暗格，又借礼佛的名头传递密信。最后一幅缝在肚皮里，内容是：
好一个明察秋毫！料敌在前，发先至。
先生可曾听闻千眼之术？
站住！今天这儿被王府包了，不见外客。追不上了。
夜里的兵丁果然少了许多。
王爷有时就回府，咱们怎么还在这当值啊？哎，别乱说。大人，我家的令牌。有刺客，快来人！未曾想到，当年跑船的脚夫。如今竟已如此，
还不止如此。
我这多好啊！一辈子东西也敢抢，找死！谁也成全你！这么多年，一个荒唐小儿也敢欺我！走到这最后一步，还有谁可以帮你？
一定有办法。这个办法不在庙堂，在那些没人在乎的地方，在那些曾经无名之辈身上。相信会多人见日，找到答案。